I got cucked by my own joke. Hey guys, Lunky Barnes VA here. Today we're going to be going over a build that was recently put up by Connor Shaw himself. Watched the video. I don't know why. But I watched his video and I really didn't like some of the things he did on there. I took some feedback from some guys on the subreddit. And I changed it up. So it's, I made a new build along the same lines. I would call it Better Connor, but that's kind of my opinion. I just think this build will be a lot better for more of the newer people, even though it's got less dodge chance and stuff like that. But I'll explain it all in a minute. So to start this all out, I'm actually just going to go with my build, and I'll have Connor's build on the screen as well. You'll see that right now. We're just going to go through my whole thing, and I'll compare it briefly when I edit this later. Alright, so for the Mastermind tree, this is my build. I have Combat Medic Bot. I have Quick Fix Aced, Combat Doctor Aced, and Inspire Aced. In Controller, I kept the Jokers, even though I didn't really want them. I just wanted to keep the build a little, similar to Connor's, so I went with Forced Friendship Joker and Partners in Crime Aced, similar to how he did. In the Sharpshooter tree, I went a little further than he did. So we've got Stable Shot, Aggressive Reload, High Value Target, and then Ammo Efficiency Aced. In the Enforcer tree, we have Resilience and Bullseye. Resilience Ace is for, obviously, the flashbangs, and then the Bullseye is for the armor gating you can do. I believe Connor mentioned that as well. That's a very important thing to do when you're running a dodge build, especially on 1-down. Technician, I kept the 1 point and Steady Grip. Now the Ghost tree, this is where it's going to get a little different, or primarily different, I guess. This is the most important difference in the build. So in Artful Dodger, I went with Duck and Cover Aced, Parkour Bot, and Shockproof Aced, and nothing else in that tree. In Silent Killer, I went with Second Wind Basic, Optical Illusions Basic, and then Specialized Killing Aced. And in the Fugitive tree, I went with 9 Lives Aced and Swan Song Aced. For this portion, I'll be comparing the builds side by side so you can see all the exact differences. I'll give the explanation right here as to why I did them. First off, we'll be starting with the Platypus 70 Sniper Rifle. This is Connor's original one. This is mine here. So for this one, I put the Beak Suppressor on there because I went with suppressor skills as opposed to crits and concealment. So I made just a big platypus instead. I put a ammo boost on it. I put the tactical laser module because this is a no DLC build after all. And I just put the iron sights on there because I like them over everything else. But the big appeal to this is if I'm using suppressor skills versus crit skills, I'm gonna most likely be consuming less ammo. There is a very, very, very small chance that if you are carrying crits, you will one-shot maybe like one-shot headshot a taser or a medic. With this build, it's going to be a guaranteed 2-shot. With the crits build, occasionally you'll be 3 shots, 2 shots, 1 shots. It's very inconsistent. So the reason I think this build works better is because it's got the consistency in the weapons. So just by adding this little suppressor on right over, not exactly little, by adding the suppressor on, you actually deal enough damage to reach a breakpoint to where it's only 2 shots to the head for a special such as a taser or a medic, which have quite a bit of health. It's a 1-shot to any other special that isn't a bulldozer, so keep that one in mind. The crits, on the other hand, you have to crit, I believe, on a medic, taser, or a cloaker to 1-shot headshot them. So I like the consistency of the suppressor much better. Dealing with the captain as well, I believe this is faster, unless you hit crits, obviously. So it mostly just boils down to consistency, but that's why I think the suppressor on the Platypus is so much better. Alright, moving on to the Bronco. We got them side by side again. For this Bronco, obviously it's free to play and or just base game, no DLC. I've got none of the extra DLC mods added. I added an accuracy boost. I added the Ergo wooden grip. I added the overcompensating barrel. And the slimline body just for that extra stability boost. So the reason I think this build is better is because of this weapon. It's just the Bronco, really. The Platypus, it's kind of iffy. It can go both ways on either build. But I believe the Bronco on this build is so much better because the accuracy numbers are, it's just so much higher. It's, I believe, 76 or so accuracy on the other Bronco. But it'll be showing on the other side right over here. But the accuracy on this one is 96. So you have something that can take out things long distance when your Platypus is out of ammo, or, you know, you're running low on bullets, maybe you need to reload or something. You've got your Bronco as a very competent secondary now, as opposed to the Bronco that's about 76 accuracy that hits, you know, even if it's 5/6 of the time versus this one hitting 6 out of 6 times. It's just quite a bit better to have this one, honestly. That's, I guess, mostly my opinion, but the numbers don't really lie. So if you want really good accuracy, I think this build is better. And the reason you're able to do this is because I didn't go with Sneaky Bastard or Low Blow. So you can go up to any detection risk you want to. You don't have to maintain 23 detection risk like the other build. That's why I think this Bronco is just so much better. And then we're moving on to the simple stuff. The electric brass knuckles are the only melee you really want to use on one down, unless you want to use the buzzer, but this is a no DLC build, obviously. Connor argued in the video he'd rather use incendiary grenades because there are 6 of them. I'm just going to overlook that plot hole. There are 6 concussion grenades as well. I think he just prefers incendiaries. It's up to personal preference. I just thought that was kind of funny that he said he took it because there's 6 of them, because there are clearly 6 concussion grenades. Alright, and then the perk deck is the same on this one. I really wish I could have worked Crook into this, but I have Rogue on it. I couldn't get armor skills mixed into this whole thing. So I kept Rogue on it. It's got 50 dodge instead of 60, which if you played pre-subtle pre-subtle buff, you used to play with probably 55 dodge as opposed to 60, which is the new highest. So 50 dodge is basically the same thing. It's probably going to be enough as long as you just to make sure to take cover, get headshots to armor gate and whatnot. And then obviously we're going to take our 2-piece suit with that, as well as Doctor Back. And that's pretty much it for that one. I'm not going to show any gameplay, I don't think. There's not really a point. I'll give you a quick rundown though of everything. In Connor's build, I noticed in his video he ran out of ammo about 3 or 4 times in the clips he was showing. I didn't count exactly. It might have been less than that, might have been more, I don't know. It was somewhere in the neighborhood of, we'll say, 3. But he had 0 ammo in both guns. So because of that, I took ammo efficiency in the top right of Mastermind. And what that does is every 2 headshots I get with my Platypus, I get 1 more bullet back, and I've played with it for the past 2 or 3 days on stream, and have not found myself running out of ammo in the least. I've been close to at least half or mostly full ammo at all times. Then the Bronco being so accurate, I don't miss as much, and that causes me to also maintain my ammo on that one as well. As far as the whole throwable thing goes, again, I prefer concussion grenades on 1 down because you can get objectives done easier, but obviously incendiaries can take out a large group of enemies with fire damage, so that's totally up to you guys again. The perk decks so far on this one, I can't find anything else other than Rogue to work for this. This build specifically, you can't really use Crook for it. I guess you could use Anarchist. You might want to spec a little more into armor regeneration though. So keep that in mind if you do want to use Anarchist. Other than that though, this build mostly just works with Rogue. And lastly, I think the best thing about my build is just the 75 detection risk. So you can use whatever primary, secondary you want. Maybe you have some of the DLC, so you want to use some other revolver or some other pistol, or an SMG as your secondary as opposed to the Bronco. So it leaves it up to being a more open build, which a lot of people I know complain about 1 down being, you just have to be a meta slave and use the same weapons every time. Yeah, well, this kind of fixes that by having 75 detection risk. So I don't know. I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe Connor will see this, I don't know. He probably hasn't seen any of my videos yet. Amy, small boy. But if he does, I hope he listens and sees this. Maybe I want to see his input. So I don't know, maybe some of you guys are Connor fans. I want to know his input on my differences. You guys let him know maybe. Don't like shove it in his face. Don't like shove it down his throat. But maybe just, hey Connor, did you see this video? Maybe in his Discord or something. Whatever you guys want to do. I would just like his input if possible. If not, it's fine. I don't care. Life will go on. hope you guys like this build. If you want to see it in action, check the Twitch link down in the description below. I'm live there, not as often as I probably should be. But yeah, see you guys later. Bye.